Python, one of the most powerful language. My name is Ahmed and today we will learn about interaction of user with Python. Chapter number 5, User Input in Python. What is the input method? The method input is used to get input from the user at runtime. The syntax is num equal to input, enter an integer. The string will be displayed on the screen and ask user to enter a value. The input function treats the entered data as a set of characters. If numeral is entered, it needs to be converted into number. What is the int method? With int method, the input is treated as integer. Syntax is n is equal to int input enter an integer. Numeral enter by input method needs to be converted to integer using int method. What is the float method? With float method, the input is treated as number with decimal point. Syntax is n is equal to float input enter an integer. Numeral entered by input function needs to be converted to number with decimal point. What is the eval method? With eval method, the input is treated as number. N equal to eval input enter an integer is the syntax of eval method. Numeral entered by input function needs to be converted to number, maybe an integer or a floating point using eval. Write a program that can accept two numbers and swap their values. A is equal to input int input enter an integer A, B int input enter an integer in B. Temp is equal to A. The value of A will be stored in the third variable temp. A is equal to B. The value of B will be stored in variable A. B is equal to temp. The value we stored in temp will be stored in variable B. In this way, these values will be swapped. Print swapped value A message with variable A, B equal to message with variable B. It's time to run the code on the compiler. We will open Python terminal and file will be opened to write the code. Here is the editor where we will type our text. Write a program that can accept two numbers and swap their values. A is equal to int input enter an integer in A. B is equal to int input enter an integer in B. Temp is equal to A is equal to B is equal to temp. Print swapped value A message with variable A, message with B and with variable B. In this way, it will be converted, swapped. Now it's time to save the file. From the file menu, press save button with the name swap and now run the program. Enter an integer A, we will give value 5 and in the B we give value 6. Swapped value A is equal to 6 and B is equal to 5. In this way, values will be displayed that are swapped by using our code. Write a program that can accept two numbers and swap their values without using third variable. This is the new method. In the last method, we used the third variable to exchange their values. Now it is required to change the value of variables without using third variable. A is equal to int input, enter an integer in A. B is equal to int input, enter an integer in B. A is equal to A plus B. B is equal to A minus B. A is equal to A minus B. In this way, the calculated value will be used to swap value of A into B and B into A. Print swapped value string message with variable A, B string message with variable B. It's time to check the code on Python. We will open the Python terminal, IDLE shell, and then from the file menu we will open the new file to write our code. The code is: write a program that can accept two numbers and swap their values without using third variable. A is equal to int input, enter an integer in A. B is equal to int input, enter an integer in B. A is equal to A plus B. B is equal to A minus B. A is equal to A minus B. Print method will use to display the values. Swap values A in a string with variable A, B in a string with variable B. It's time to save the program from the file menu. Write the name swap1 and save it. It's time to run the program. Enter an integer in A 7, enter an integer in B 8, and by using the code, values of A and B are swapped, they are interchanged. Now A is equal to 8 and B is equal to 7. That is our last required position. Write a program that can accept radius for a circle and calculate its area. Radius is equal to float, input, enter radius. The formula of area is equal to pi r square, and we will write area is equal to 3.1412. That is the universal constant value of pi. Radius into radius. Print area of circle in a string and variable area. It's time to run the code on the compiler. We will open the Python IDLE shell, and from the file menu we will open a new file to write our code. Write a program that can accept radius for a circle and calculate its area. Radius is equal to float, input, enter radius. Area is equal to 3.1412 into radius. That is the formula of area of circle. Print area of circle in a string and area variable. Now we will save the program using the file menu, or Ctrl S can be used. Write the name of the program circle with the extension .py. We will save it, and now it's time to run the program using the run menu or F5 command. Enter radius. To give the value to the radius, we will enter a simple value. that value will be stored in the variable radius, that is 2.5, and area of circle is calculated 19.6325. Next is write a program that can accept radius for a circle and calculates its circumference. Radius equal to float, input enter radius. Circumference of a circle is calculated by the formula 2 pi r, and circum variable is used 2 into 3.1412 into radius. Print circumference of circle as a string and circum variable. It's time to go for IDLE shell of Python to run our code. We will open IDLE shell of Python, and from the file menu we will open the file to write our code. Write a program that can accept radius for a circle and calculate its circumference. Radius is equal to float, input, enter radius. Circum is equal to 2 into 3.1412 into radius, that is the formula of circumference of circle. Print circumference of circle as a message and circum variable. It's time to save the program with the command save or the shortcut key control plus S. We will write the name circle1 with extension .py. File will be saved. It's time to run the program using the run command. Enter radius 3.2. Circumference of circle will be calculated, that is 20.10368. Arithmetic assignment operators. Plus equal to a plus equal to 2 is equivalent to a is equal to a plus 2. Minus equal to example b minus equal to 3, and it is equivalent to b is equal to b minus 3. Next is multiply steric equal to c steric equal to 4, that is equivalent to c is equal to c steric 4. Next is slash, that is division operator, slash equal to d slash equal to 5 is equivalent to d is equal to d slash 5. Next is percentage equal to, or example, e modulus equal to 6 is equivalent to e is equal to e modulus 6. Next is double slash equal to, that is also the division operator, that is float division, only integer division will be carried out. F double slash equal to 7 is equivalent to f is equal to f double slash 7. Double steric equal to, that is exponentation operator, g double steric equal to 2 is equivalent to g is equal to g exponentation operator double steric 2. It's time for the self-assessment test. Question number 1. The int method is used to convert value into a integer, b floating point, c string, d character. The correct option is a integer. Question number 2. The float method converts the value into a integer, b floating point, c string, d character. The correct option is option B, floating point. Question number 3. The eval method is used to convert value into a integer, b floating point, c a or b. D option string. The correct option is A or B. Today's assignment. Write a program that can accept two integers A and B and perform arithmetic assignment operations as follows. A plus equal to B, A minus equal to B, A multiply equal to B, A slash equal to B, A double slash equal to B, A modulus equal to B, A double asterisk equal to B. Our next video will be about calculations in Python.